Alright folks, it is Matthew. We are back, and we're now going to see, yes, thanks to Mycon, Paulo Roberto, and Ali, we're starting chapter 22 of the World Edition. Bloodywood. Boy, I've been looking forward to this vacation, Matthew. After tackling an earthquake, a tsunami, and a plague, I'd say some leisure time is well deserved. For once, you're right, Archer. Somber still seems to be dormant, and Elliot is hot on OM Medilab's trail, but in order to catch them, we'll need to be well rested. And how better to unwind than by visiting a movie set, Matthew? There's a new Bollywood movie called Bowled Over, being filmed not far from here, and the director has agreed to give us a guided tour. The thing is, though, Lars hasn't been right since he got sick in Bangalore. I really need to spend some bro time with him, and I wouldn't want you to get bored. So maybe you could take Carmen with you instead, Matthew? Why not, Matthew? I do enjoy a bit of crazy dancing, and my sister has always been a massive fan of Bollywood. Let's head to the movie set. Stained note. All the body. There we are. Matthew, that body, it's not a prop, is it? This poor girl looks like she's been beaten to death. Where the hell is that director? Welcome, welcome, Sheriff Matthew. Oh my, is that Priya? Is she dead? How is this possible? You must be the director. Stand aside, please, sir. Sheriff Matthew will need to ask you some questions. I should have known this holiday was too good to be true. At least you picked up a clue to help us solve this murder, Matthew. Let's hope it's a good one. This note reads, "In death your sins will be absolved." In death? This note must have been talking about our victim. And you're right, there's some kind of substance on the note. Let's grab a sample. Gurvinder Chaudhary. That's his name. And I'm going to grab some stars first. Be back. Alright, I got myself 9 stars. I'll examine the stained note right now. There we are. You've collected a sample of that substance from the note written by the killer. Let's put it under the microscope and see what it tells us. I already got the first star in the bonus crime scene for the second one. Ganges water. Let's see what the microscope report says about that substance on the note that the killer left at the crime scene. So the substance was actually river water. And look at those pollution levels. Did I hear somebody mention a polluted river, mes amis? You must be referring to the Ganges. Despite its pollution problem, the Ganges is the most sacred river for Hindus. It is worshipped as the goddess Ganga and is the embodiment of all sacred waters in Hindu mythology. Indeed, Hindus carry out a ritual in which the ashes of their dead are immersed in holy water. The ritual absolves sins and allows the soul to rise to heaven. Fascinating, isn't it? Absolve sins, you say? You're right, Matthew. The message on that note you found said, "In death your sins will be absolved." So the killer must have come from the Ganges River. Let's check it out. I'm going to do that. But first, I'm going to talk to the director. This is simply awful, Sheriff Matthew. I am beyond devastated. We're sorry for your loss, Mr. Chaudhary. Were you close to the victim? What? Not really. Priya just had a bit part in the movie. The real tragedy is the impact this will have on my film. We're already over budget and behind schedule. I can't believe Priya would let herself get murdered in the middle of filming. It's just so unprofessional. Wait a second. And where the hell are those earrings she was wearing? They were worth more than her contract. Anyway, when do you think we'll be able to restart filming, Sheriff Matthew? Can you have the body cleared away by the end of the day? That body is a human being whose life has been cut short, Mr. Chaudhary, and Sheriff Matthew won't rest until they've caught the culprit, no matter how long it takes. Faded flyer. Broken pieces. Laundry basket. Grasshopper hot air balloon. Hey, that flyer you picked up has our victim's autograph on it. I wonder what it was advertising. I'll grab your dusting kit so you can recover the writing. And I don't know what those broken pieces are, but I'm betting they'll give us a lead if you can piece them back together. I've heard people wash their clothes in the Ganges, but do you really think the killer might have left their dirty laundry in that basket, Matthew? Okay, there's no need to get all in a lather. If you want to look through the basket, I'm not stopping you. Let's crack this murder. I'm going to grab a couple stars, so sit tight. Okay, I got some stars. Let's examine the faded flyer. Sandeep's tuk-tuks. Oh, from a prior investigation. So the writing on the flyer reads Sandeep's tuk-tuks. Now also offering tiger and elephant rides. Arrive at your destination in style. Wait, haven't we heard about a tuk-tuk driver named Sandeep before? That's right, I read about him in your report from Mumbai. So if Priya signed the flyer, she must have taken a ride in Sandeep's tuk-tuk. Let's go ask him about the victim. They took the victim for a ride. Sheriff Matthew, what a pleasure to see you here. You finally decided to take a ride in my tuk-tuk? No? You prefer tiger? No thank you, Mr. Sadra. Sheriff Matthew is here to ask you about Priya Joshi. Do you remember giving her a ride? Yes, such a nice girl. I dropped her off at the movie set and she gave me an autograph. Like I tell you before, Sheriff Matthew, I remember all my customers, especially the ones who are soon to be famous. Priya is going to be a big star, you know, and yet she chose my trusty tuk-tuk instead of fancy limo. Modesty is very good quality. Well, Priya won't be taking your tuk-tuk again. She's been murdered. Miss Joshi was murdered? That is very sad, Sheriff Matthew, but if Priya cannot be a star on Earth, maybe now she is a star in the sky. Okay. Broken pieces? It's of the victim. Those pieces you put back together from a keychain, Matthew. And look, that's our victim. Hey, Sheriff Matthew, that's my keychain you got there. You want to buy? Or what about a selfie stick? You can take very nice photo with your colleague. Sanjay? How did you get to these parts? Sheriff Matthew needs to have a word with you, kiddo. Sanjay Korapati. About the keychain? Sanjay, what were you doing with the keychain of Priya Joshi? I have all different kinds. Each keychain with a different Bollywood star. Very good souvenirs. Only 85 rupees. Surely you didn't come all the way from New Delhi to sell souvenirs. Oh no, I'm here to see the stars, Sheriff Matthew. I'm going to be just like them when I'm older. One day I won't have to sell souvenirs anymore. Or elephant rides. Kesavan and I will be rich and famous. The rise to stardom isn't as easy as all that, Sanjay. We found Priya murdered on set. Priya is dead? That's a shame, Sheriff Matthew. Sure I can't interest you in that keychain? No, thank you. And try to stay out of trouble, kiddo. Sheriff Matthew might want to talk to you again later. Okay, laundry basket. Oh. An iPod, or an MP3 player. Okay, I'll admit it. I didn't think you'd find an MP3 player in that laundry basket, Matthew. But look, this thing is covered in blood. The screen's cracked, though, so we've got no chance of turning it on. Good thinking. The first thing we should do is send the MP3 player to Lars. He'll be able to figure out whose blood it is. Okay, this will be 9 hours. And I'll see you guys when at least this thing has run its course. I do have something tomorrow, but I'll likely speed this up. But not right now. So for now, this is Matthew. See you then. Alright folks, we're back. Let's get the results of the MP3 player. Guys, could you not send me anything for a while? I've just reached a good part in the Guru's book. Does Angela know you're reading that? Anyway, have you even looked at the MP3 player Matthew sent you? Yes, the blood on the MP3 player was your victim's. Okay, can you tell us anything else? Nah, I went back to my book, but I passed the MP3 player on to Elliot. Well, let's hope Elliot is more professional. Did someone call for the in-house tech genius? We sure did. Kiddo, please tell me you can give us more to go on than Lars did. Well, the good news is that I fixed the screen and determined the MP3 player was broken after the murder, so it must belong to your killer. The bad news is that when I turned it on, everything was written in Hindi, so unfortunately I had to call in... Oh no. I am delighted I could be of help, young Elliot. I am, of course, fluent in Hindi, Matthew. And I can tell you that this newfangled musical device contains only one album, Bollywood's greatest hits. So now we know that our killer listens to Bollywood music. Well, I like to see them shimmy their way out of handcuffs once you've caught them, Matthew.
She played well. And she took a great deal of enjoyment out of coming up with correct responses. And as a result, won a lot of money. Rebecca and Chris, could happen to you. Good luck. Here we go.
Let's speed this up.
Categories for the first round of play.
So what can you tell us about our victim, Angela? I thought the reason we came here was to give the team a break, Matthew. I'm exhausted after everything that happened in India, and Lars, well, he isn't back to his usual self. He's still going on about that guru. Angela, if you want to talk about it over drinks later, I'm up for that. But right now we need to focus on solving this murder. While the victim was clearly beaten with wooden implements of some sort, the actual cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head, which caused an intracranial hemorrhage. I also noticed that Priya's clothes were covered in oil stains. I tested the substance and discovered that it was neem oil. It's widely used across the Indian subcontinent, mostly as a skincare and hair care product, but it's also claimed to cure everything from leprosy to tuberculosis. It has hundreds of uses. None of them entail being applied liberally to clothing, though. Not only does it have quite an odor, neem oil also stains horribly. Okay, so why would Priya's body be covered in oil? Well, neem oil is highly flammable, which means the killer probably intended to burn the victim after the murder, but fled when they were interrupted. So now we know that the killer uses neem oil. Well, Matthew won't need this. Well, Matthew won't let this oily killer slip out of their hands.
What is the evening? That town's in Texas too for 400.
Let's go over what we've learned, Matthew. We've got an up-and-coming Bollywood actress who was beaten to death on set. It's a brutal way to go. Someone must have had a serious grudge against her. And the director seems to care more about the fate of his movie than the fate of his actress. We also know that we're looking for a killer who uses neem oil and listens to Bollywood music. That could be pretty much anyone. Sheriff Matthew, I just had a call from the studio. It's a catastrophe. What's happened? An elephant has escaped from your crime scene. Uh-oh.
Jill.
What is stress?
Correct.
We'll get to Chapter 2 after this. Alright folks, it is Matthew. We are back. Let's start Chapter 2 about Bloodywood. Let's recap, Matthew. We've got a Bollywood actress who was brutally beaten to death on set. Sheriff Matthew, I've just had a call from the studio. An elephant has escaped from your crime scene. An elephant? They really go all out in Bollywood, huh? Apparently it's left a path of destruction in its wake. What if a crucial piece of evidence was destroyed? You need to find that elephant, Sheriff Matthew. Last we heard, it was in the palace gardens. Go, now!
From the top down to the ocean. And we'll get an inside look at Castle Medical Center's vital services for the Windward community. Join us, Sunrise on the Road, tomorrow. It was about the Navy, in which there were 3 generations.
Just because I want to, let me try. Go for the first star.
Applies to your family as well, doesn't it? That's right, Julius? Yep. Tell me.
My father was as well, and my grandfather back in the 50s.
Now, surface warfare means what?
That's your
Destroyers, frigates, things like that. Okay, so it's going to be a career for you also. Yes, it will. All right, good.
Cardboard cutout.
Is an attorney, and there's a family recipe in a
Dandia sticks.
Yes, there is. When I was young,
Ward statue.
my mother and godfather wrote 2 cookbooks together. I was high school. I was running around the house in circles and underfoot. And because I was being annoying enough, the recipe was named after me, and the nuts are optional because I didn't like them.
smuggling. It falls.
Alright, well I got the first star.
Rebecca,
What is running?
running, that's the word.
Crime time for 800.
Well, the elephant isn't causing much mischief after all, Matthew. It's just sitting there. But what are those colorful sticks it had under its foot? They're covered in blood.
Yes.
You're right. Angela said that the victim was beaten to death with some kind of wooden implement. Could the elephant have gotten these sticks from the crime scene? We better send them to Lars to find out.
That's right.
And check out this cardboard cutout. Judging by his clothes, I'm guessing he's a cricket player. Those guys are a big deal around here. Anyway, the writing on the cutout reads, starring in bold over, the hottest movie of the year. Bowled Over? That's the name of the movie our victim was in. So this guy must have worked with Priya. We better see if we can find a match for him in the database, Matthew. And that's one fancy schmancy award statue you've got there. The base reads Best Lead Actress, but the name is faded. I'll let you decipher it.
Bearing this mogul's name. Jill.
Was Sears?
No.
2 more.
Rebecca?
Okay, that's 298.
Yes.
2 more and I will be upgraded.
Though he stepped down in 2015, he kept his Milwaukee penthouse office, as he's now Major League Baseball's Commissioner Emeritus. Rebecca.
Who is Selig?
Bud Selig, right.
Man upstairs for 600.
Designer shoes, a vintage Rolex, and his Manhattan.
Okay, this is 12 hours.
Among the items sold off from this disgraced financier. Rebecca.
Who's made up?
Let's examine the unknown man.
For 800.
The building where SNL creator Bloodywood has a 17th floor office. Or the title of another TV.
I feel like I've seen this man before.
What is 30?
Yeah.
And finish it for 1,000.
This interior designer and TV host has no doubt brought style to the New York City penthouse. Jill.
No, Vikram Joshi.
Here, but say hello.
So the name of the cricket player on the cardboard cutout is Vikram Joshi. Joshi? That name sounds awfully familiar, Matthew. Right, Vikram Joshi, like Priya Joshi, our victim. They must be family. Time to go talk to this Vikram.
Every dollar counts, and learning to manage your money has helped. Get simple advice on spending, saving, and securing your finances. Watch Smart Money Monday on Hawaii News Now Sunrise. Sponsored by Bank of Hawaii.
Mom's never been happier. That's the truth. Life should be celebrated at any age. And with loved ones, it's nice to know you can help them celebrate life on their terms with the Arcadia family of companies. From retirement
Inform him.
to adult daycare to full life.
Excuse me, sir. Are you Mr. Joshi?
You've been your best.
That's me, the one and only cricketer extraordinaire. You've caught me at a good time for a picture. I've just conditioned my hair with neem oil. It gives it quite the shine, don't you think? Actually, Mr. Joshi, Sheriff Matthew is here to ask you about the murder of Priya Joshi. We gather that not only you were related, you were also starring in the same movie. Oh, right, I heard about that. Priya was a distant cousin of mine. I saw her on set occasionally, but we never really stopped to talk. Sorry, Sheriff Matthew, I'd love to help, but I really didn't know Priya that well. Good luck in your investigation, though.
If you have high blood pressure like I do, many cold medicines may raise your blood pressure. Coricidin HBP relieves cold symptoms without raising blood pressure. Coricidin HBP.
There's only one egg. It just tastes better, with more vitamins and 25% less saturated fat. Only egg wins.
Okay, award statue now.
Better nutrition, better eggs.
Rebecca has the lead, but Jill gets to go first in Double Jeopardy. And here are the categories for you, champ. All kinds of names. What a character. Loan words. The natural world. The league.
Arsha Raju.
Films, last piece. Coming up in each correct response.
That award you found was given to Arsha Raju. We've heard that name before.
71 movies.
That's the Bollywood actress we met in New Delhi, Matthew. I had a feeling she'd crop up again. And I'd bet my right arm that she's starring in the same movie Priya was in. Let's talk to Arsha.
He didn't just discover X-rays.
Who is Rentgen?
Rentgen, right.
All kinds of rays for 1,600.
Answer.
About the murder? Whoever you people are, you need to leave. I'm busy rehearsing and then I'm getting my neem oil facial.
In 1950,
Miss Raju, we're from the Bureau. We met in New Delhi, remember?
California restaurant.
No. What do you want? Make it quick. Sheriff Matthews here to ask you about the murder of your co-star, Priya Joshi. Never heard of her, sorry. The lead star can't be expected to recall the names of every lowly extra on the set. Now please go away. Your babbling is keeping me from rehearsing my Bollywood song.
Gamma rays? Last film for 1,600.
LA does have a football team.
And I'll let the sticks run its course. For now, this is Matthew. See you then. Alright folks, we're back. Let's get the results of the dandy of sticks. Lars, tell us you put down the Guru's book long enough to examine those wooden sticks Matthew sent you. Sure did. The blood on the sticks belongs to your victim, which means you found your murder weapon. So those sticks are what the killer used to beat our victim to death. Can you tell us anything else? Don't think so. Maybe ask Dupont. He's over there. Are you seriously blowing us off? Lars? Rebonjour, Matthew. You may have noticed that these sticks, which have been defiled in the vilest of manners, are rather beautiful indeed. They are, in fact, used for the traditional Dandiya Ras dance, which comes from Gujarat in India. It's a folk dance in which men and women dance in two circles, holding sticks, nicknamed the sword dance. It represents a mock fight between the goddess Durga and Mahishasura, the demon king. That's enlightening, but it doesn't tell us anything about our killer. Oh, Matthew, I almost forgot. I noticed something weird on the sticks. There are traces of wax on them, the kind used to coat cricket balls. Well, I'm glad you managed to finally give us some actual advice. Some actual evidence. And now we know the killer plays cricket. Well, you'll soon bowl them out, Matthew. Matthew, I'm worried about Lars. It's not like him to be more interested in a book than a murder investigation. I'll feel much better when this case is wrapped up. We need more leads, and quickly. You think we should go back to the Ganges River? Well, life here does seem to revolve around the river. Let's go. I see a torn photo. Victim's bag. Torn photo. Camera. Uh-oh. Magnifying glass and chicken leg. There we are. Those torn pieces you grabbed to the Ganges look like a photo. Let's tape it together, quick. And this bag has our victim's name on it. No time to waste. Let's get rummaging. Okay, torn photo. That photo you found is a selfie taken by Sandeep, the tuk-tuk driver. He doesn't look very happy. And that's Priya in the back of his tuk-tuk. I wonder what she could have done to make a guy Sandeep like Sandeep angry. Only one way to find out. Let's ask him. Two coins now. About a selfie with Priya. Sandeep, can you explain the selfie Sheriff Matthew found of you and Priya? You look pretty darn furious. Oh, I thought I'd gotten rid of that, Sheriff Matthew. But no big deal. I admit I was angry at Priya, but anger is a fleeting emotion. Forgiveness is forever. Priya asked me to spend all night on call in my tuk-tuk. You know, while she go to party. I passed the time by listening to my favorite Bollywood music. But when I dropped her back off at the set, she refused to pay me. She said the publicity should be payment enough. How am I supposed to finance my team's participation in the National Tuk-Tuk Drivers Cricket Tournament if my clients do not pay, Sheriff Matthew? Well, if Priya ended up paying for your services with her life, Sheriff Matthew will find out. Well, for now, Sandeep is clear. He doesn't even use that oil. Qatar. Good thing it's not a Q, because that'd be a national city. Whoa! What was that strange knife doing in our victim's handbag, Matthew? Why the heck would a Bollywood actress be carrying a weapon around? You're right, this is a job for Jonah. Let's send him the knife. Okay, 12 hours. And I'll let the Qatar run its course. So for now, this is Matthew. See you then. Alright folks, we're back. I'm on an unlimited energy happy hour. So I'm going to speed this up. It cost me only 6. Nice to see you, Jonah. I see even less of you since you joined the Bureau than I did before. Anyway, I figured that if anyone could shed some light on this weird knife thing, it'd be you. This weird knife thing. You've always been good with technical terms, Carmen. It's actually a Qatar. It's a punching knife which originated in India in the 18th to 19th century. It's the oldest of the Indian knife weapons, though this one is smaller than usual. I've seen Qatars this small before, but only on the streets of New Delhi. Street kids there use them to defend themselves. It's a tough life for them. Street kids? Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Matthew? We need to have another chat with Sanjay. I'm going to feed my mountain goat, and let's question Sanjay. Hello again, Sheriff Matthew. You want to buy some neem oil? It's very good for hair and skin, especially for anti-aging. See, I have no wrinkles thanks to neem oil. Sanjay, you're only 13. Of course you don't have wrinkles. Anyway, Sheriff Matthew came to ask how your Qatar ended up in this bag. Oh, the bag. It's mine. I keep my merchandise in it. Come on, Sanjay. We know the bag isn't yours. It's got our victim's name on it. Let's just say it came into my possession. So you stole it. But why did you put your knife in there? It seemed as good a place as any. And yeah, I stole the bag, but that stuck-up lady deserved it. I spent all day waiting for Priya to sign a photo that I bought with the money I saved up from selling my stuff. But she tore it up and called me a dirty street rat. I'm so tired of the way people treat me just because I live on the streets. I'll be a star one day, though. I've already memorized all the hottest Bollywood songs, and once I've made it, nobody will look down on me. We understand your plight, Sanjay, but if Sheriff Matthew discovers you killed Priya, the judge will soon be looking down on you in a courtroom. He's clear for now. Oh man, this case is more complicated than I thought, Matthew. Priya clearly wasn't much good at making friends. Sanjay is furious that the victim thought she was better than him. And he's not the only one she's upset. Priya also refused to pay Sandeep for his tuk-tuk services. Those aren't really motives for beating someone to death, though, Matthew. There must be more to this murder. Matthew, there is more. Your victim, she was pregnant. She was pregnant? We'll get to Chapter 3 after this. Alright folks, it's Matthew, we're back. Let's start Chapter 3. This case is more complicated than we thought, Matthew. We know the victim upset both Sanjay and Sandeep, but neither have a serious motive for killing her. There must be more to this murder. Matthew, there is more. Your victim, she was pregnant. What? Priya was pregnant? By whom? I couldn't say. I need way more time to get an exploitable DNA sample. She was only 8 weeks pregnant. That's why I didn't notice straight away. Oh man, if Priya was pregnant, that definitely gives someone a solid motive for killing her. Good thinking, Matthew. If we want to find out more about the victim's personal life, the best place to go is back to the Bollywood set. Let's head there, stat! Okay, let's see what we got here.
I'm not lying, Miss Ross. My girl was drunk.
Lingerie box. Torn paper. Another cobra. Right now I passed Ace.
Fleeting as it is.
I'm serious.
Let them vote or withdraw the case. Go with your gut.
Matthew, this phone belongs to Priya's cousin. It's locked, but I trust you can crack the password. And you also found a bra? Look, there's a note with it, but it's faded. I'm already getting your just in kit so you can recover the missing info. You grabbed some torn pieces too? Well, you know what I'm gonna say. Let's put them back together, and quick. Oh, what the heck. Let's examine the locked phone now. Ah. 182. Ugh. 5C6. Look, there's a message on Vikram's phone, and it's from Priya's parents. The message says, Vikram, you're like a son to us. We're counting on you to keep Priya safe. So Vikram lied to us when he said he barely knew his cousin. I wonder if that means he also knew about her pregnancy. And good point, Matthew. We know that Vikram plays cricket just like our killer. We need to quiz him now. About the message from Priya's parents? Vikram, you lied to us when you said you barely knew Priya. According to this message on your phone, her parents consider you to be like their son. That phone's my private property, Sheriff Matthew. You had no right to look through it. But maybe I did stretch the truth about not being here for Priya. I didn't just agree to take part in the movie because of my love for Bollywood music. I did it because Priya's parents were worried about her. Bollywood is a corrupt place, Sheriff Matthew. A young girl like Priya, she needed somebody who had her best interests at heart to keep an eye on her. So did you know Priya was pregnant? What? Priya was pregnant? If I find out whose baby it was, I'll kill the guy. You have quite the temper, Vikram. Let's hope it didn't lead you to kill Priya. Well, he's put himself in the running now. Lingerie box. Priya, wear this tonight. What does the note attached to that bra you found say, Matthew? The message says, Priya, wear this tonight, and it was signed by Gurvinder. Why would a director offer one of his actresses such gaudy underwear, Matthew? Somehow I don't think this message was work-related. We better ask that director what his relationship with Priya really entailed. About the lingerie he gave. Gurvinder, can you explain this note on the bra you gave to Priya? A normal working relationship doesn't usually involve giving your employees lingerie. Well, what can I say? Some girls are born stars, like Arsha. Others have to work a little harder for it. So you use your position to sleep with young women? Charming. Let's just say it's one of the perks of being the director, along with being able to listen to Bollywood music all day, of course. And what about the fact Priya was pregnant? Did you know about the baby? Unfortunately, yes. She said it was mine, but I told her to take care of the issue. She wanted to save her career. I even offered her some neem oil to do the job, but she refused. Neem oil for an abortion? Is there anything that stuff can't do? I recommend it, Sheriff Matthew. I even used it to heal my blisters after a particularly intense cricket match. It's funny you should mention cricket, seeing as how we know Priya's killer plays it. We'll be keeping an eye on you, Gurvinder. Torn paper now. Script. So that file you found is the script for Bowled Over. That's the movie our victim was in. Look, there's her name, and she had a scene with Arsha. The actual lines are in Hindi though. I can't decipher a thing. Good idea. We better send the script to our resident Hindi speaker, DuPont. 9 hours. I may speed this up a little later, but we'll see. But for now, this is Matthew. See you then. Alright, folks, we're back. I'm still under happy hour, so let's speed this up. DuPont, what can you tell us about this script for Bowled Over that Matthew sent you? I am embarrassed to say that I didn't quite understand it, Matthew. What? You told us you were fluent in Hindi. Je ne vous permets pas. I understand the words, but the script makes no sense. Priya's character tells Arsha that she must forget about the man she is in love with because their mother will never allow them to marry. But then, Arsha's character starts asking if Priya murdered her goldfish, Fluffy. What? Do not look at me with those judgmental eyes, Carmen. I cannot help what is written. I can only think of one explanation, that somebody tampered with Arsha's script. In that case, let's go question Arsha.
Sunday night must-watch movie. Great films that touch our lives with memorable moments and unforgettable lives.
About the doctored script? What now, Sheriff Matthew? Glad you recognized us this time. Sheriff Matthew's here to ask you about this script. You told us you didn't even know Priya, yet you had a scene with her. I wish I hadn't known her. That wannabe was so desperate to upstage me, she kept altering my script. Ah, so that's what the tale of Fluffy the goldfish was about. Nobody makes you look unprofessional like that. I'm the most well-respected actress in this industry. There's nothing I won't do to achieve the perfect performance. I even perfected my batting technique for the cricket scene in Bowled Over, and I hate cricket. Well, you'd better put on a perfect performance in front of the judge if Sheriff Matthew finds out you killed Priya. Matthew, this case feels like something out of a Bollywood movie, but with fewer musical interludes. Our victim definitely wasn't short of enemies. Arsha hated Priya for trying to upstage her on set. And who knows what that sleazy director might have been capable of if she refused to abort his child. We need to wrap this case up, Matthew, and quickly. Sheriff Matthew, I just heard that the film crew is planning to pack up the Palace Gardens set. You need to head there to gather any remaining clues, now.
Who is Dave Randall? The man who set the fire at Block Right. The man to whom your son paid $10,000 to silence Karen Watley.
We had a handwriting expert examine the 2 checks that were made out to you by your son. Your endorsements had been forged.
You burned down my factory.
Okay, let's see.
Karen told me that she saw him at the factory from the fire,
Costume box.
loading personal things out of his office into his car. She hadn't gone to the police out of loyalty to me, but now she had the money and she expected me to help her. I told her I would do it.
Okay, do I see the vase anywhere?
I told him.
Aha!
I should have felt sorry for her. Thought maybe we could give her a job. He said no. He didn't want her around telling lies. Please, stop. He said, don't worry. I'll handle it. Karen died. I never put it together. I never thought. He said,
Another 10,000 coins. Great.
He said, I'll always take care of her.
Come on, Matthew. Tell me you've grabbed something which could blow this case wide open. A costume box? If you think the killer might have hidden something in there, what are you waiting for? Get looking through it. And what's that weird smell? It seems to be coming from that bowl of congealed oil you picked up. Right, it must be neem oil. Angela did say that it has a particular smell. She sure wasn't kidding. And well spotted. There's some kind of dark fluff on the oil. You better collect a sample stat.
I realized my father was a son of a bitch. I can't imagine what it must be like to be raised with him.
All right. Earrings. Why did you pick up those earrings from the costume box, Matthew? Oh, right. The director mentioned that Priya's earrings were missing from the body. I'm impressed you remembered, Matthew. So these earrings must be hers, and there's some kind of fiber on them. Let's grab a sample. Examine the earrings. Great. Nice work, Matthew. You've collected a sample of those fibers from the victim's earrings. Let's send them to Lars, quick. Okay, that's 9 hours. And let's examine the clay bowl.
My father's been dead for 15 years.
Got it. Dark fluff. Good job, Matthew. You vacuumed up a sample of that dark fluff from the bowl of neem oil. There's no time to lose. Let's send it to the lab. 15 hours, and I will see you guys when these two run their courses. Alright, folks, we're back. Let's get the results of the fibers and put a killer behind bars. Lars, I swear, if you've been reading that book instead of looking at those fibers from the victim's earrings Matthew sent you, Carmen, have you ever thought about embarking on your own quest for spiritual enlightenment instead of harassing me all the time? You're always so uptight. Lars, Reginald, Douglas, tell Matthew what you found, or so help me, I'll slap you in the next week. Alright. The fibers Matthew found on the victim's earrings were actually just pure cotton dyed orange. Unfortunately, cotton is used in just about every type of clothing, so I can't be more specific. But as the victim wasn't wearing any orange clothing, the fibers must have got caught in her earrings during the struggle with her killer. It's nice to see you can still behave professionally, Lars. And now we know that our killer wears orange. They should feel right at home in an orange jumpsuit.
He has a client headed to Virginia.
Thanks to you.
Virginia recently became the first state to allow DNA collection upon arrest. Conviction not required.
And dark fluff. Where the heck is Lars, Matthew? I caught him reading that stupid book again. Instead of looking at the sample you sent him, I didn't want to let you down, Matthew, so I told him I'd take care of it instead. Okay, so what can you tell us about that dark fluff Matthew collected from the bowl of neem oil? That fluff is actually hair, Matthew. Without a follicle attached, I wasn't able to carry out a DNA profile. But fortunately, the length and coarseness of these hairs is answer enough. They come from a mustache. So now we know that our killer has a mustache. Well, let's see them maintain a stiff upper lip once you arrest them, Matthew. This is it, Matthew. You've collected everything you need to arrest Priya Joshi's killer. Let's do this.
The court order for his DNA is on the way, which you know is going to match.
The sex was consensual.
David, shut up. There is no such thing as consensual sex with a 15-year-old.
I didn't know.
The girl was in the bar being served alcohol. My client had no reason to doubt. He was 21. You can't use it as positive defense. Statutory does not require intent.
I had nothing.
Let's take a look.
And you have no evidence proving he did.
It's not Gurvinder Chaudhary. It is not Sandeep Sakra. It's not Sanjay Korapati.
Convince me.
It is Vikram Joshi. Vikram Joshi, Sheriff Matthews arresting you for the murder of Priya Joshi. How could you do something like that to a member of your own family? These accusations are laughable, Sheriff Matthew. Like I told you before, I came here to keep Priya safe, not to hurt her. Then how do you explain that we found traces of your neem oil all over the body? Everybody uses neem oil around here, Sheriff Matthew. Who doesn't want to look their best in Bollywood? Then what about the traces of cricket ball wax that we found on the dandiya sticks you used to beat your own cousin to death? Cricket and Bollywood go hand in hand. That wax could have come from anyone. Stop lying, Vikram. We found the orange fibers from your clothing which got caught in Priya's earrings when she tried to defend herself against your brutal attack. I only killed her to restore our family's honor. I couldn't allow her to continue bringing shame on us. She was such a sweet, innocent girl before Bollywood corrupted her. The diva-like behavior was bad enough, but sleeping with the director? She tried to tell me that she'd been pressured into doing it, but when I found out about the baby, I knew something had to be done to protect our family's reputation. So you beat her to death? I'm fairly certain that's not what Priya's parents had in mind when they asked you to keep an eye on her. I wouldn't expect you people to understand. The only thing I understand is that you're going to prison for a long time. You're under arrest, Mr. Joshi. Vikram Joshi, you stand accused of murdering Priya Joshi. Wait, you both have the same last name. Was Priya a relative of yours? Yes, but she brought this on herself. She put all her morals aside in her quest for fame. Letting herself get pregnant was the final straw. Letting herself get pregnant? So not only did you cut short one life, but two. I had a duty to stop her from bringing our family to disrepute. And yet now you're the one bringing dishonor on the family thanks to your heinous crime. For the murder of Priya Joshi, the International Court hereby sentences you to life in prison. I would have never brought shame on my family if it hadn't been for Sheriff Matthews sticking their nose where it didn't belong. Well done on putting Priya Joshi's killer behind bars, Matthew. Who knew Bollywood has so much off-screen drama? It's not only Bollywood that has drama, Matthew. I still haven't been able to talk any sense into Lars. Ever since he started reading that book, he's been raving about the flashing light. At first I just thought that he meant the bulb in his lab was broken, but then I realized it was the name of the Guru's book. It's like he's been indoctrinated. But we haven't had any updates on OM Medilab for a while, so you can probably take the night off, Angela. Why don't you and Lars have a date night? It could be just what you need. Matthew and I will hold the fort, won't we, Matthew? No, of course we will.
She's pretty crushed up inside.
That's a little fresh. That's really funny.
I'm starting to get a funny feeling about him.
He said he fought off that bear with a pitchfork.
There is no bear.
Let's take a look at the other ones. Arshil Raju almost made the cut, no mustache. Gurvinder Chaudhary, no orange on. Sandeep Sadara, cleared from the start. Sanjay, cleared, doesn't play cricket. It was Vikram Joshi. I'll see you guys for the additional investigation. Alright folks, we're back. Let's start a new light for 6. Matthew Elliott is so hard at work tracking down OM Medilab, but for the moment he's not making much progress. We came here to regroup after the grueling events in Bangalore, but now it's time to get back on Sombra's trail. Matthew, I need your help. What is it, Angela? It's Lars. His mother just called to say that our kids are on their way here, just as he requested. And then she called me irresponsible for moving my family to another continent on a whim. Lars has told her that we're all staying here permanently. What's this I hear about Lars? So that's why he didn't want to go on our bro date. I've been waiting to visit the Bollywood set with him for ages. Jack, this isn't about you. He didn't even consult me. The mother of his children and his wife of 15 years. He lost the plot with this guru thing, Matthew. I'm heading to the airport right now to pick up the triplets, but please have a word with Lars while I'm gone. This cannot continue. Oh man, I guess that date night you and Carmen suggested didn't work out, Matthew. But I'm sure it's nothing a bro can't fix. Let's go talk some sense into Lars. Wait up, Sheriff Matthew. Kesavan and I need a favor. What is that elephant doing in the office? Get it out, right now. Why, you mean old lady? How dare you? Kesavan isn't just any old elephant. He's house-trained. Please, laissez-moi faire. I'm very good with children. Sanjay, please step outside. Sheriff Matthew will be with you shortly. Sheriff Matthew, is everyone you work with old? But fine, I'll wait outside. I'd like to stick around to see this, Matthew, but I'll meet you at Lars's lab.
Stamps.com. Mail letters, ship packages, all the services of the post office right on your computer. Get a full trial plus $100 in extras, including postage and digital scale. Go to
let's talk to Lars.
TV.
Dude, Angela has just been to see us. She's frantic. She said you called the triplets over here without even asking her. I thought she'd be happy. We're going to be reunited as a family, so we can all join the Guru's followers. What? Dude, you cannot be serious. That guy's a total fraud. I can't believe how unsupportive you're being. The Guru does good work. He's just trying to help people attain spiritual enlightenment. What better gift could I offer my children than that? Almost dying in Bangalore really put things into perspective for me. We all have a limited amount of time on this planet, and we have a duty to use it in the best way possible. For me, that means spending time with my family and doing good in the world. Anyway, my mind is made up. There's nothing either you or Jack can do to change it, Matthew. Matthew, I have no idea what to do. I can't even breathe. I thought Lars would listen to me, of all people. I don't know how I'll cope if he quits the bureau. Okay, deep breaths. You think we should take a walk by the Ganges to get some fresh air and calm down? Okay, deep breaths. Must not panic.
So you still like cars?
I only borrowed them. The first time was a couple of weeks ago. I still got a Porsche, just for spin, but there was this line outside this club. I mean, you should have seen the looks I was getting. It was that was the night I met Andrew and Vienna.
So what happened?
We, clicked. Even exchanged numbers. Problem is, I had to keep up the image. And the best way to do it was by ripping 50 pretty sick. We
They're best friends? Why?
I don't know, maybe they're rich and bored, and that's how they get their kicks.
I think Lars is going crazy, but we'll see what happens. Faded book.
If I would pick up one of Vienna's friends and we all go out. Think she was 15?
Maybe not, but I was getting raped here in the bathroom.
Andrew pulled me in. I said, no way. They gave me a hard time. They called me a wuss.
Why have you picked up that book, Matthew? We came here to figure out what to do about Lars, not for an impromptu book club. Oh, you're right. The book has something scrawled on the cover. It says, belongs to Om Padmasana. So this book is owned by that so-called guru. It's all because of him that Lars has gone totally mad. We need to find out more about him so we can prove he's a fraud. I'll grab your dozen kit so we can uncover the title and see what he's been reading.
All I know is Andrew got a phone call at like 4 in the morning. You know, he said things had turned south. He needed to
Faded book?
So how do we know that you didn't go with them?
Because I panicked and I took the first bus to my mom's in Jersey. That's a bad story. Picture of you driving Zoe out of the hospital. It's not me.
Principles of Persuasion, How to Gain Followers and Keep Them, a psychology book. So the title of this book the guru was reading is The Principles of Persuasion, How to Gain Followers and Keep Them. Aha! I knew it! The guru can't be the real deal if he needs a book to help him out. But how does this solve our Lars problem, Matthew? Do you want us to send the book to Marina? I don't know what use it'll be, but whatever you think is best. Okay, 9 hours.
He said he made some new friends and that they had gotten him into trouble.
What does Sanjay want?
Something about a car.
What can Sheriff Matthew and I do for you, mon petit bonhomme? I need your help. Miss Arsha said she'd give me a signed photo if I collected her outfit for the charity cricket gala. But I can't find it. All these lady clothes look the same. Mais non mon enfant. And each style of Indian dress has its own symbolism and history. The sari, for example, dates back to the Indus Valley civilization. Does that mean you'll help me? I really wanted that photo. Avec plaisir. Off we go to the Bollywood set with Sheriff Matthew.
We had nothing to do with that. He was here.
We saw him later that day at the hotel with the jack. How did he get it back?
That boy drove it here. He took Mitchin to work. I think his name was Sid.
You know, if you'd tell me what you were looking for, it'd save my maid a lot. Damn it! This is harassment! Give me that, you lowlife priest!
Think long and hard about your next word, Seth. Harassing a police officer is sure way to get that deal revoked.
Look at what I found!
Just like the hospital security photo.
Oh my god! You're framing me again.
Nice shade.
Those aren't mine. Detective...
Torn fabric.
Traces of blood.
You're pretty well worn. That was hell.
Seth's attorney give you a tough time?
I think it was a cakewalk. The media search. First pretty boy to come. That was a hell of a lot of papers.
This kid's an idiot.
Arrogance, he thinks he can beat the rap. He still swears he was on his daily 10K during the time of that murder.
Oh no! Is that Miss Arsha's dress? She's going to be furious. Can we fix it? Worry not, mon petit. A gentleman of a certain age knows how to do such things. Sheriff Matthew and I will fix the dress in a flash.
Special agents? Yeah. That's probably what he calls himself now. His real name is Eric Wayne.
How do you know this?
He's my son. Said they would cut him down. That means he could get 2 years this time. What do you mean this time? 12 years ago, he lived down the street from us, he and his mother. Eric fled my Eric was 10.
I hate to toot my own horn, but we did a splendid job of fixing this dress, Matthew. Now let's get the dress to the delightful Mademoiselle Raju so little Sanjay can have his photo.
Eric tortured my son. He molested him. He poured gasoline on him. They said that when he set my guy on fire, he was still...
I believe this magnificent dress belonged to you, Mademoiselle Raju. Why, thank you, Mr. Armand Dupont, at your service. Though Sheriff Matthew and I had a little help from Sanjay and Kesavan. And if you permit me to say so, mademoiselle, I must declare that you were truly exceptional in the film Jaipur Express. You flatter me. It was just a bit part at the start of my career. Most people don't even remember it. Here's a signed photo I promised the child, along with an extra one for you, Mr. Dupont. Anyway, I must get ready for the charity cricket gala, Sheriff Matthew, but to thank you for your help, I'd like to offer you this. Leading man. Cool.
Of course he did, because he's a sociopath. He gets a clean slate, a new name.
Alright, and well, let's psychology book runner's course. See you for that. Alright folks, we're back. Let's get the results of psychology book. Marina, please tell us that book Matthew found has given you an idea about how to break the guru's hold on Lars. We're desperate. The psychology described in the book is nothing out of the ordinary. The book instructs the reader on how to create a psychological dependency among their followers. It's achieved by suggesting that the followers will only achieve spiritual enlightenment if they give up their old beliefs and behaviors and adopt new ones. Now I gotta deal with this again. This computer really makes me pissed off, I tell you. It is all designed to ensure unquestioning obedience, of course. Unquestioning obedience, you say? That gives me an idea. But you're right. But you're right, Matthew. We should clear it with Angela first. I heard she just got back from the airport. Moment, folks. Okay, finally got this thing figured out. I've left the triplets with Carmen, so let's make this quick, Matthew. Have you found a way to help Lars? Well, it's a bit of a stretch, but I was thinking that I could disguise myself as the guru. Think about it. The whole point of a guru is that his followers don't question what he says. So what if the guru told Lars not to follow him? Honestly, I'm not really convinced, Matthew, but it's not like we've got another plan. I think I already have pretty much everything I need to disguise myself. I'm just missing that darn hand necklace the guru's always wearing. But I reckon we might be able to find something similar at the market on the Ganges. Let's go back, Matthew, and we'll grab a burger on the way. I'm starving. Another 10,000. Great. You reckon we might find a necklace in this box of trinkets, Matthew? Well, you do have an excellent nose for finding stuff. Let's search through the box. Examine the box. And I do see it. Necklace. Bingo! This necklace you found in that box of trinkets looks just like the one the guru wears. Now I've got everything I need to disguise myself for this little chat with Lars. Time to break Lars's heart. This is it, Matthew. I'm ready to try and convince Lars not to leave the bureau. See, what do you reckon? I look just like the guru. Let's go talk to Lars. Namaste, my humble follower. I see you're reading my book. Are you searching for the ultimate truth by any chance? Padmasana, what a pleasure to finally meet you. What are you doing here? I simply sensed that a follower was in need of guidance, dude. The universe has informed me that you plan to join my quest for enlightenment. Right, I had this near-death experience in Bangalore. I must stop you there, my spiritual bro. The reason I have come is because you are already on the right course to enlightenment here at the Bureau. Your work involves saving lives and bringing justice for those who have had them cut short. There is no work on this earth more honorable than helping others, and that is why I must ask that you do not abandon your position here to join me. But I hardly ever see my kids because of this job. How can I be on the right course if I don't get to spend time with my family? I have a feeling that's about to change, dude. Well, until then, take this money to continue your good work, Guru. Matthew, I don't know what you said to him, but Lars has changed his mind about relocating here. I just hope he doesn't have a change of heart. But anyway, despite the circumstances, it's wonderful to have the family back together again. It sure is, Matthew. Meet April, May, and June. Say hi, kids. Hi, Sheriff Matthew. So, what prompted the change of heart? Let's just say I had a chat with a certain individual whom I admire a lot, and he helped me to see the light. And FYI, the real Guru would never call me dude, bro. I have no idea what you're talking about, dude, but the important thing is that you're staying with us, right? Anyway, I hear we have a Bollywood cricket gala to attend. Oh, what a pleasure to see you all here. DuPont, what are you doing here? Mademoiselle Raju has kindly invited me to participate in the cricket match. I was in fact part of the team which won the Swiss University Cricket Series in 1974. It was a tough match, but we hate to interrupt DuPont, but we just wanted to let Matthew know that the triplets are going to join us for a while. It's so nice to be a family again. Matthew, I've been looking for you everywhere. We've just had word. The Guru has been spotted in Bhutan. This could be our chance to figure out what the Guru is really up to. We already know that he's collecting huge amounts of money from his followers, but the question is, for what? There's no time to lose, Matthew. Let's get on the next flight to Bhutan. So I apologize about this stupid defect, folks. I really don't know how I can fix this. Okay, 23, and I'll see you guys for when that is opened up. For now, this is Matthew. See you again.